This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
NCC-1776 org.
I'm standing here with Bruce. How do you say your last name again?
McMahon.
From Brentwood.
Yes, you'll get that one of these days.
Yeah, right then. Now, the thing I'd like to talk to you about, you're a free stater, moved to New Hampshire in, what was it, 2006?
Fall of 06, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And
December, actually.
You have gotten quite a few things done, despite the fact that you've been relatively quiet. You know, you haven't been a super visible activist.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about what made you want to move to New Hampshire. Why do you want to be politically active here instead of somewhere else?
I realized the futility. I lived in Boston before moving up to New Hampshire, and I'd been in Boston for quite a while. And I was just disenchanted with just the dysfunction of government down there, and you know, the people don't have access to their government there. It's all, you know, unless you're connected to the special interests or you're donating a ton of money to the system, you just can't get involved the way you can up here. I started looking into New Hampshire, and I was just very attracted to the structure of state government. It's a very local government as opposed to Massachusetts, where you have a massive centralized government that's controlled by a very small amount of people, and they're kind of acting on their own, where instead of the consent of the governed, it's the people who are the governed who are forced to, you know, suffer the whim and fancy of the government. And I got fed up with that, and then I started getting more involved with just politics in general. I went through the process down in Boston of getting a handgun license, and that was hundreds of dollars and months of time. And I was just treated like I didn't matter, like I wasn't part of the system, and they didn't care about me. I have two small children, and they were getting to be school-aged, about to start preschool. And I just decided that I wasn't going to put them into the school system down there, because I felt I wouldn't have any control over what went on in their schools, and I wanted a better quality of life for them, and I wanted a better education for them. I wanted to be somewhere where if I wanted my voice to be heard, then it could be heard.
What would you say, in terms of being in New Hampshire, what was a freedom that you instantly got, or what were some of the freedoms that you instantly got when you crossed the border that mattered to you?
Well, in addition to my tax burden going down, my car insurance and property insurance rates dropped.
You don't even have to have car insurance.
Nope, I chose to have car insurance, and I saved thousands of dollars on that. And just being in a small community, I just really felt I belonged. I went down to the police station after hours to pick up my New Hampshire pistol license. The chief was at home, so the dispatch called him on the phone, probably interrupted his supper. He comes down in his flannel shirt and a John Deere hat, finds my license, signs it, and then apologizes to me because it took 10 days instead of 7 for the paperwork to go through. And so I told him the story about what my process was like in Boston, and I was just, I felt like I was being treated like someone who actually has rights.
A good police chief, that's a nice thing to hear.
Yep.
Now, in terms of activism, sometimes I'll ask folks what kind of activism they want to do, but I think it's already obvious you want to do political activism. I'd really like to know a little bit of what are some things that you feel you've already accomplished?
Well, I got involved with a lot of the gun rights, Second Amendment bills that came up over the years.
At the State House?
At the State House. Education funding amendment hearings. Basically just attending hearings, videotaping hearings, executive sessions with various committees.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel. A lot of the videos I put on the blog I was writing. I've been writing a blog down in Boston and up here for about 6 years.
Where do people go if they want to see your videos?
A lot of my videos are on my blog, which is still active. It's at massbackwards.blogspot.com. I don't have all my videos centralized in one location. It was just kind of, I posted them as I'd get them, and I'd write up about what people in government were doing versus, or if I had video that was contradicting something the New York Times did a story on, then I was really, I felt that it was my chance to really do something with that, and just attending hearings and getting involved with the political process up here.
Would you say there's anything concrete that maybe changed, like in the course of something or another that changed as a result of your actions?
Well, the last time there was the State House gun ban. I videotaped the executive session for that, and I caused quite a stir with one of the state reps on that committee. Not so much a stir, but I got some people talking about it, people getting involved with the issue.
What did you say that was so controversial?
He was making statements that kind of led on that he really didn't have all the facts and of the case and the issue being discussed. And I thought I wanted to share that with people and just make my points and not do it full time like the Ridley Report by any means. But it was things, if I had spare time to do it, get involved with the process that way.
All right. What would you say? Any message that you have for folks who are, kind of looking into the idea of moving to New Hampshire?
I would say don't stop looking into the idea. When I moved up, I got a lot of feedback from people saying, "Oh, it's going to become just like Massachusetts," and I wasn't going to let that happen. I saw things kind of trending that way at times, but at the same time, I said, the state's fundamentally set up as a state where government-controlled taxation and spending is done in the towns largely without any broad-based taxes, and I felt that as long as that system stayed in place, then you couldn't get that centralized government that Massachusetts had. So I wanted to, I'm working towards preserving that.
I'm definitely hoping you're right.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And you're running for state rep.
I'm running for state rep in Brentwood, Rockingham, District 10.
And we'll see if you make it in 2010. I bet you will.
I'm confident, but I want to get the word out. I want to talk to people. I want to meet people. I've had great feedback from people. I've actually got some other people after I filed my papers. I had some people who were hesitant and sitting on the fence. They got involved. A couple other people have filed to run for state rep. People are talking. People are getting involved. And I hear, at the same time, I hear people in my town talking about, they're dissatisfied with the government. And I'm saying, well, let's get involved. Let's do something about it. It's easy to sit on your keyboard and type, and you get angry and you start venting and ranting, but if no one reads it, it's the tree falling in the middle of the forest, and you're not making a sound. And it's government of the people, by the people, for the people, and I'm the people, you're the people. Let's get things done. Let's get involved.
Do you have a website for your campaign?
I do. www.bruceforstaterep.com.
All right.
And you can go there, read. I got some position issues, pretty detailed, lined out. Got some pictures from the campaign. I'm going to start shooting some videos on my YouTube channel for the campaign as well.
Awesome.
So that's going to start heating up over the summer, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, well, we'll see you out there, Bruce.
All right, thanks, Dave.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by supporters of the libertarian enterprise at NCC-1776.org. It's the online magazine that started it all. It's the Libertarian Enterprise, birthplace of the Free State Project. Home to 13 years of archives, cartoons, and up-to-date commentary. From the cutting-edge minds in free market thought. NCC-1776.org. They've already started one revolution. Who knows what their next article will accomplish? NCC-1776.org.